I can't believe this is real, but somehow, some way, last week you were in the main event on TBS against a guy who you hold in very high regard, one of the greatest professional wrestlers to ever step through the ropes, Mr. Bryan Danielson. You hooked it up. You guys had an incredible brawl through the whole doggone building. I mean, you start off hot with the big guitar shot, sets the pace. We're taking suplexes on trash cans, and people were a bloody mess. You were worse for wear on the other side. How are you feeling today, Jeff?
Today, much better. My partner, Jay Lethal, texts me Saturday morning. And so match on Wednesday. Thursday, it's funny, Conrad, and, just not being in that regular cadence of working, twice a week or whatever it may be. It's just kind of a whole different things. And I'm not going to say my biological age has anything to do with it. I'm not going to speak that into existence, but maybe it does. But anyhow, Thursday, I was fine. Friday morning when I woke up, I went, okay, here's the soreness and got to work all through that. Saturday, Conrad, I was still sore. Chin is now itching, but I was pretty sore. But yeah, that was quite the physical confrontation.
Hang on, you said your chin was sore. I don't think everybody knows what you're talking about. Why is your chin sore?
Oh, if you saw that finish when the American Dragon did his high knee with the steel folding metal chair, I took one on the chin as he hit me. It wasn't the initial impact, but as the chair fell to the floor, my chin caught it on the mat. So all good. 5 stitches. Comes with the territory. It is what it is. But man, oh man, as somebody pointed out, and I thought it was pretty cool. And our YouTube listeners, YouTube watchers can see the photo right now of Steamboat raising both of our hands. That is a very, very cool moment for this old kid from Nashville, Tennessee. Conrad, it was it was cool. Who would have thought, man? Seriously, who would have thought? I don't really know what to put into words on it, Conrad. It was a special evening in so many ways. And you know what, Conrad? You know better than anybody because you've kind of really the inside baseball of all of this. So it was definitely a special night.
I was thrilled to see it happen. I was so happy for my friend Megan, who
go ahead. You share that story, and I'll share. I got one.
Megan, who almost never watches wrestling. It's never her preference. So no, usually I wind up watching the next morning and catching up, whatever I may have missed. But when I told her that you were wrestling Bryan Danielson, she double checked and said, "That's Daniel Bryan, right?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, is he on first or last?" I said, "It could be first, last, or crossover. I'm not sure." And of course, she, being who she is, she goes, "Well, did you text him and ask?" And I'm like, "No, he's kind of busy. I'm just going to let it lie." And she's like, "Well, I used to text Dad." I go, "Yeah, I get it. I'm just going to let him do his match. It'll be fine. We're going to watch." And she goes, "Okay, good." So we skip around and find it. She was glued to it, man. We were so impressed, so happy for you, and thankful that we got to see it and say that we know you and we're proud for you. It was an incredible performance, an incredible moment. I mean, playing with house money is all I could think. Because I'm once upon a time when you and I started doing this show, you didn't think you were wrestling anymore. You thought that was in the rearview mirror, and you proved to yourself and the whole world in prime time last week. Nope, he's still here. Old Double J doing his thing.
Crazy. So, my oldest, Jocelyn, is 27, right? So let's go back 20 years. I'm just trying to say, her first live show would have probably been, the early TNA days, but not much. And so maybe the Orlando days, then she kind of saw quite a bit of that. But, as a little girl, she told me, I knew this. She didn't tell me, but she texted me. That would have been, Thursday. And she's like, "Dad, I haven't been that nervous and I don't know when." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, parts of that I just didn't like." And she'd probably be embarrassed, or I don't know, maybe not. But, a 27-year-old girl who has literally grown up watching her dad do this stuff. Anyway, she just said, I got into it. It was, she said, "I got worried for you." And when y'all got up there around all those people, what a, she didn't say atmosphere, but she says, man, what kind of a, I think her words were, that was just kind of a crazy scene. I got real nervous. So anyhow, that's the, Cameron, that's why we do it. That's why I do it. The magic of wrestling is just a part of, it's just, there's no other form of entertainment like it, period. There just isn't. I know we talk about that, and everybody out there who's listening to this has an affinity, some shape, form, or fashion to professional wrestling, but just getting engaged in it as a viewer. I mean, I still do it all the time. So it was pretty cool to hear her say that. And I'm like, honey, I hate that you got nervous. She's like, Dad, I couldn't help it. And then, you know, she, like a few others, like, I didn't know if you busted your ear on the end and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, pretty cool, Conrad. It is a for sure bucket list item for me.
I was so glad to see it. And I'm ready for what's next. Of course, as you're listening to this, tomorrow night, great friend of the show, Cody's dude, Jay Lethal,
buddy,
is going to take Hangman Adam Page to the woodshed. And we know that the finish is a foregone conclusion. Jay Lethal's going over. But I guess the question is, I know that Cody has been helping with the strategy and the practicing and the planning and all that. But is he going to be able to work it out with his local high school so he'll be able to miss school on Wednesday and Thursday so he can walk that aisle with Jay Lethal? Or are we still trying to negotiate that?
Principal said no. And
shit.
Yeah, I know. But I told Codes, I said, look, with the world of FaceTime,
yes,
I'll have my iPad there, and he's got his phone, and probably from the confines of Cody's gaming chair, because he feels comfortable in the gaming chair, he'll probably give Jay, probably he gets out of school at 3, so 3:30, that's 4:30 in Norfolk. So we'll probably have 2 or 3 coaching sessions before bell time at 8. So
that's what we need. That's what we need, because we need Jay Lethal to get in there and soften him up, because we all know what's coming.
Oh, boy.
Our friend Mr. Campbell has started a trend that has gone viral. You've heard this song on My World. You've heard the song on 83 Weeks. You've heard the song on What Happened When. And of course, it's sweeping the charts. I know Cody found it on iTunes last week, #1 in the UK, but it's making its way across the pond. And now we're going to, as they say in wrestling, strap the rocket ship to it, or maybe in music, it's #1 with a bullet. That old trend jacker that she is, paying a little homage to the guy who gave her start, Taylor Swift. That's right. The Taylor's, huh?
Yeah. What guy? Cody plays this song over and over and over around the house.
All wrestling fans do.
Karen has had enough, but
it's Megan's ringtone. I mean, and you wait until people hear the Taylor Swift version. Have you heard this? Is this the world premiere? Is this the debut?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, Taylor Swift covered it, cuz.
Connie.
I mean, you're in the house she used to babysit your kids in, right? That same very house. Was it the room you're in right now, or was it a different room?
Well, that picture of them playing the piano is just right through those doors. So
that's what I'm saying.
You're digging, bud. You are.
These are fine. Listen, you tell me, is this not Taylor Swift? Let's take a listen.
Hey, Tori, come, you coward. Book JArrett versus Hangman Page. Hey, Tony Khan, you coward. Make Wembley Stadium mistake. Jeff been shown such disrespect. Over the line, that ain't just cowboy step. Tom Campbell's best friend must make things right. Then Wembley Stadium on a Sunday night. You hit the all-in crowd all breathless with a great British guitar necklace. Hey, Tony Khan, you coward. Book JArrett versus Hangman Page. Hey, Tony Khan, you coward. Book JArrett versus Hangman Page.
Come on. Now listen, I got to apologize. She recorded that on her Apple iPhone, so it's overmodulated and things like that. But she's going to get in the studio just hours. What?
The still photo. God.
What? Tony Khan's a coward if he doesn't book Jeff Jarrett versus Hangman Adam Page. Those aren't my words. Those are Taylor Swift's words. So if you're going to attribute that quote, give proper credit to Mr. Swift.
Those still photos.
It makes it.
Married. Oh, Lord. Tom Campbell needs his ass beat. It's just that simple. He does need a guitar necklace. Oh, boy.
Listen, I'm so thankful and so proud that Tom Campbell got together with Taylor Swift and we made the impossible possible. We've done our part, Tony. We just need you to do your part.